Hello everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Alright, I'm back at it with I'm about to say a sun sign reading. A sign reading. So please take whatever resonate and leave the rest. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna shuffle these cards up, then we gonna get right into it. Y'all already know, whatever sign come out, that will be the sign I will be doing a reading for. But yeah, shuffle these things up one more time, one time for the one time, and we're gonna get into this thing. All right, Spirit, who could we be doing a reading for? Who could we be doing a reading for, Spirit? Who could this reading be for? Who could this reading be for? So we got Pisces. So this is going to be a reading for the sign of Pisces. We got isolation in the reverse coming out. So Pisces, you could be trying to free yourself from something or someone. You could be releasing someone. Hold on, because my blind ass. So you could be trying to find a solution to how to release someone or something as well. Maybe you're trying to release control that you wanted over someone, or release control when it comes to something, like I said. So what could you be releasing control of? Or who could you be releasing control of? What's the tea, Spirit? Who could Pisces be releasing control of? Or what could Pisces be releasing control of? So we got teamwork in the reverse. So you could be releasing control of working together as a team with someone or people. So you could have tried to control someone or control something by trying to do a lot of research. You could have been spying in on someone or working with a team of people to research someone. Keep an eye on someone's growth. So you could have been trying to control someone or control something by watching their growth, watching them work hard, watching them be committed to something. You could have been working with a Capricorn, or you could have been watching a Capricorn, or you could have gotten this Capricorn to do some research for you, or had this Capricorn keeping an eye on someone's growth when it came to something that someone was committed to. And we got burden in the reverse. So you could have been working together as a team with a Capricorn and a Sagittarius to watch someone's growth, keep an eye on someone's growth. So you wanted to see if someone was going to be committed, stay the course, stay hardworking, or continue being hardworking, even though y'all were trying to cause them insurmountable problems. So you wanted to see if someone was going to do as they were told. And it's funny because On the bottom of the deck, we got moving on in the upright. And that's also your energy, Pisces. So you could be trying to find solutions to move on from trying to research or keep an eye on someone's growth. Maybe you found it hard to not watch somebody or keep tabs on someone's growth. But you could be trying to find a solution, trying to walk away, gain a different perspective. Maybe you maybe you need to do as you are told. So you could have been told to stop watching someone, stop trying to have control over someone when it comes to some sort of work that they are doing. Now, I don't know, maybe you were keeping tabs on someone's travels. So I don't know if you have a GPS tracker on someone, Pisces, you could. And this could be how you know where they are going, when they are going. Because you could have a GPS tracker on them. Or you could have a Capricorn and a Sagittarius following this person around. So maybe this person does something with traveling. So whatever work they do, they travel for work. And you could have had a Capricorn and Sagittarius following this person around wherever they go to see how much work they're putting in or if they were committed to doing this. So you wanted to keep tabs on how much this person was making during their travels if they do something for work when it comes to driving. So, ooh, that card flipped out my hand. So you could have been trying to control someone by trying to keep tabs so that you could get their assets repossessed. So you could have tried to get this person's car repoed because you knew that they were traveling for work and they make money. They're very hardworking and committed to whatever this is. So you wanted to always keep an eye on them just to find out how much they were making so that you could do something, block them so that they wouldn't be able to pay for this car. So you wanted them default on their payments, financially incapable. So you want to control over this person. You thought that getting their car repoed, you would be able to control them, control their movement. You felt like they would no longer be hardworking if you could do this. Because they could have been trying to escape you, free themselves from you, get away from you, get from around you. So you knew that with this person having a car, being able to travel, that they would be able to find solutions to get away from you, Pisces. Because they know that you're controlling. They know that you are trying to control their finances or their movement or both. And then we got a healer in the reverse. So you could be trying to stop this person from healing because you could know that they are a natural healer. What else for my Pisces spirit? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea? So we got lucky break in the upright. So you knew that them being hardworking and committed to something, that they would get a lucky break. You knew that they were due for some sort of good fortune, or you feel like whatever they do for work is the cause of them having good fortune. You feel like good things always come to them because of what they do for work. So you feel like they're always having a turning point in their life because they're able to find solutions because they have movement, because they could travel. Any more? Thank you. Many blessings to you as well. What else for my Pisces spirit? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we, for my Pisces? What's the tea, spirit? So you could also feel abandoned by this person, Pisces, and this is why you wanted to control their finances and their movement. Then we got my boo in the upright. So this could have been someone that you were trying to have an open relationship with, or you wanted to see them, be able to see them, even though you were already in a relationship with someone else. And then we got ancestral protection. So you could have also been trying to psychically attack someone. So you could have been trying to do spells on this person to attack their security as well as their third eye, so that they wouldn't be able to see what you were doing or if it was you doing this. So you could have been trying to put blockages in the way for this person so that they wouldn't be able to travel. So this person could also have gifts and healing abilities, like I said. So you could not like the fact that they have gifts and healing abilities. So you try to attack their security. Attack them from being able to see if their third eye is open. Also, that you could do whatever you try to do to block this person. So, I don't know. This Capricorn could be someone that they work with. So, if this is this person's boss, you could be working with their boss to be able to keep tabs. I don't know what you told this boss or who they are to you, to where as though they okayed giving you updates about this person's work. So this Capricorn could be letting you know everything that this person is doing when it comes to their work and how much they're making. So this is how you're able to block them, because you could be working together with their boss. So you could be making sure that they only make a certain amount of money because you want them to be financially incapable to be able to pay their car note, so that you could put them in a position to where their car would be repoed. All because what? They don't want to be in an open relationship with you or be a part of your relationship. So you attack them and block them because of this, because you want control over this person. You don't want them to have a lucky break. You don't want them to have any good fortune, because they don't want to be involved with you in your relationship or have a relationship with you that is open. What else for my Pisces spirit? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we? And like I was saying, you could feel abandoned by this person. You could know that they don't want to deal with you, Pisces. And you could call yourself retaliating or trying to punish them because you know that they don't want to deal with you. This could be someone that walked away from you, and you could be disappointed in them, disappointed in them walking away from you. So you could be fed up with this person always finding solutions or always having choices to be able to get out of your grip, get out of your control that you're trying to have over them. What else for my Pisces spirit? So we got strength in the upright. So you could be trying to block this person from a transformation. So maybe you're trying to block them from healing. You don't want them to heal because you could feel like if they're in a lower energy that they would deal with you openly. So you don't want them to be able to have enough strength to release you. You feel like if they have strength to go through this transformation and to keep going, that they will continue to walk away from you, let you go. So you don't want them to be able to heal from you and release you. So you want to control them. Then we got the sword of truth in a reverse. So you could be lying. Maybe you could be lying on this person, saying that they didn't have a transformation. They're not a healer. They aren't healed. So I don't know if you're trying to prove a point, but you could be. You could be trying to prove a point to a group of people, saying that you could get this person that you're attacking to be in an open relationship. Now, maybe you were promised some sort of good fortune or some money if you were able to do this. Now, I don't know if this is a bet or whatever this is. We got bonding in the reverse. So you could be also mad because you're not bonding with this person or they don't want to bond with you. You could be saying that this person haven't learned their lessons. You could be saying they're a bad mother as well. They're not a nourisher. So you could just be speaking very ill of this person. Hello. And we got Archangel Michael out here. So Archangel Michael could be stepping in for this person's protection, because it's seen that you are attacking this person heavily just to have control over them. And we got self-love in the upright, but this person is loving themselves, Pisces. They are loving themselves inside and out, putting themselves first, awakening to how beautiful they are, even though you could be lying on this person or trying to put this person in a bad position so that they can't do what they need to do. So you just don't want this person to have a turning point where things are looking up for them. So you try to maintain control over this person. And then we got Matrix in the upright. So you could be in a matrix, feeling stuck, repeating cycles. And because this person isn't, they're loving themselves, you could be trying to get them back in a cycle with you so that they would be repeating cycles with you, or you wanted to repeat having this person lose out on finances or get their car repossessed because you want them to feel stuck, so that they will always have to go through a cycle of trying to get themselves back stable. So every time this person gets stable, you could block them so that they would go back down to a place to where they're not stable, all because they don't want to deal with you. What else for my Pisces? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we? Then we got fed up. So you could be fed up with this person, or they could be fed up with you, because even though you're trying to block their third eye, block them in life, they could still see what you are doing or know what you are doing. So they could be over it with you, frustrated with you, or you could be frustrated with this person, because even though you've been trying to block them, work with their boss, work with other people to stalk them, keep tabs on them, try to hold them back, you're still not getting what you want out of this person, Pisces. So you could be fed up and frustrated. Maybe you feel like you're not having it for this person to have a lucky break. So I guess if this person isn't dealing with you, you feel like they are not going to have a lucky break. You're not going to allow that. Then we got betrayed in the reverse. So I don't know if you felt like this person betrayed you by walking away, or you could have felt like this person was preying on your downfall if you're going through some things, or if your assets was repossessed, but this person was not preying on your downfall. This could have been someone that you had a divine union with, but you could have messed things up, obviously, if they let go of you, if they walked away, tried to escape you. And we got new beginning, fresh start out here. So you could also be trying to block them from a divine union that they have, because you could have messed up with this person and you know that they're due for a new beginning. You know that their slate is cleared and they're taking advantage of that. And because you know they're due for this new beginning, this fresh start when it comes to someone else, because like I said, you could have been in a union with this person and you could have messed things up. And because you messed things up and what was supposed to be a divine union, they can have a different divine counterpart now. And you don't want them to be able to have this new beginning. So you think by making them unstable, trying to block them, that they won't receive this new beginning. Or you could be trying to control their new beginning. Then we got heartbreak in the upright. So yeah, you could feel heartbroken by this person, or you could have broken their heart, and that's why they chose to walk away from you, Pisces. But even though they were broken, they were still solid. But you tried to make it seem like they weren't. So you lied on this person. You could have been lying to them when you were in a connection with this person. So if this was once a divine union, you could have been in an exclusive relationship with them, but you were still seeing other people openly. You could have been seeing a Capricorn and a Sagittarius. Now, if this Capricorn isn't this person's boss, they could just work at the same job with this person and have access to be able to see this person's progress when it comes to their work. And this is how they could be relaying the updates to you, because they're able to see what all this person makes and what they do on a day-to-day basis. So you could be heartbroken because they walked away and you know that they're about to have a lucky break. So you could be heartbroken that it's just not with you, or you're not going to be able to be around when this person has this lucky break. What else for my Pisces? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea, Spirit? So we got sneaky link in the reverse. Yeah, like I said, this person don't want to be a sneaky link. Or you could be in regret that you chose to have a sneaky link, hidden lovers, while you were with this person. Then we got memories in reverse. So you could be also heartbroken because this person doesn't miss you. They're not wanting to revisit the past with you. And this could be breaking your heart. But you chose to break their heart first. So I don't understand why you so heartbroken. I mean, you had a chance and you decided to blow it. So what's the issue? What else for my Pisces, Spirit? So we got penny pinching in the reverse. So you could know that this person is not about to be penny pinching anymore. They're not about to be financially struggling, having to save up, having to budget because they're going to get a lucky break. And you could be upset about this because you want this person to be missing you so that they come back and share their luck with you after you did them wrong, after you broke their heart. Wow. Why do you even think you deserve to share their luck? Any more? Any more, Spirit, for my Pisces? So yeah, you could know that this person is on a healing journey. They're a natural healer. They have healing abilities. And then we got the light at the end of the tunnel in the reverse. Keep going in the reverse. So you could be trying to stop this person by trying to make sure that you and this Capricorn and Sagittarius put insurmountable problems on their path so that they would just feel like it's nothing but darkness, like they shouldn't continue on, like they shouldn't keep going. So you could be trying to make this person feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. Then we got turned in the upright. So you could be a party animal. You could have been partying when you was in a divine union with this person. So you wanted to focus on surface pleasures. Always wanting to have sex, drugs, and alcohol. Now, you could have been saying that this person is always partying. But like I said, they're not. They're on a healing journey. They're trying to vibe on a higher vibration because they know by them being on a healing journey, vibrating higher, that they're going to welcome in abundant opportunities. So like I said, you could be trying to psychically attack them to put them in a lower energy because you know that if they're vibrating high, that they will receive abundance. So you could have been lying on this person to fit what you were trying to do to them. So you could have been hoping that your work that you were doing when it came to psychically attacking them, as well as working with people that they work with and people that you have stalking them to be able to have control over these lies that you told on them. And then we got knocked up in the upright. So while you were with this person, you could have been turning up, partying, and you could have got someone pregnant while with them. And this is why they walked away from you. Now, this could also be the mother of your child or children. Now, I don't know if you're lying on this person saying that they're knocked up, they're pregnant because they were out partying. So you could be trying to make it seem like they pretty much got pregnant by a stranger, by a one night stand, someone that they just met when they was partying. Then we got teamwork. So like I said, you've been working together with people as a team. So this was a group effort to do this, to try and block a person. Now, you could also be trying to block them because, like I said, you know that they have a new beginning when it comes to a new divine counterpart because you messed things up while you were with them. So you could not want them to get in this union because you feel like they're going to get pregnant by whoever this is. So you could feel like this person is actually going to be divine, actually going to do what's right or do right by them. And then we got the blues and the upright. Hello. So you could have wanted this person to be scared because you were working together with people as a team as well. Like I said, you wanted this person afraid to move forward, making them feel like there was no light at the end of the tunnel. You wanted them to be heavy in their emotions. You wanted to stress them out, cause them insurmountable problems so that they will always be worried. So you wanted them always in mental distress so that they wouldn't vibrate high. Any more for my Pisces? Then we got chosen. Yeah, because you can know this person is chosen. So because they're chosen, they're going to vibrate high in either way, pretty much. I mean, eventually someone's going to get on their path if they're chosen. So you can know that they have a divine mission with a new divine counterpart. And you could be trying to block them from this as well. So maybe you didn't want them traveling to be able to meet whoever this is or come into contact with this person. Then we got the magician and the upright. So yeah, you could have been doing some sort of spell work on this person to try to stop their willpower. You didn't want them to have any willpower in the situation. You wanted to control everything. You wanted to have power over this person, power over their life. You wanted to be able to direct their will, and you wanted to direct it towards you. You wanted them to revisit the past with you. You didn't want them to be able to create. You didn't want them to be able to have a new beginning. You didn't want them to be able to work. Any more for my Pisces? Then we got the hangman in the upright. So you could have tried to get this person to sacrifice their work just to come back to you. You wanted them to sacrifice their new beginning just to deal with you, Pisces. And you could have done this by trying to trap them. You wanted them to be uncertain of the direction that they were going in, trying to make them feel like they were going in the wrong direction, making them feel like they just need to release the type of work that they were doing, release, thinking that they were going to have a new beginning. So you just wanted them to also be undesired as well. So you could have felt like you trying to mess with their finances or control their finances will only give them enough to do certain things, but you could have not wanted this person to take care of themselves so that they wouldn't be desired by someone. So you feel like if they're undesirable, this divine counterpart that could be coming towards them or that they're going to meet, you feel like they're not going to want this person because they will see this person as not having any money or having lack thereof, as well as not looking the part as well. So you didn't want them to be desired in any area, or you didn't want someone to feel like they were capable of being someone to be desired. So you wanted them to feel like they didn't have any skill, they don't work. This is what you wanted to be able to say about this person, and that's why you blocked them. You tried blocking their work because you didn't want them working so that they would be completely broke. You didn't want them to have any money so that they couldn't take care of themselves. And you could have been waiting for this to happen, for this person to no longer have a vehicle, no longer be able to travel, no longer have any money, no longer to be able to invest in themselves, take care of themselves, look the part or look presentable so that nobody would come towards them, all because they weren't coming towards you. Then we got investment in a reverse, Page of Pentacles in a reverse. So you wanted them to only get bad news and worldly affairs. You wanted them to feel like they had a lack of purpose, like they weren't healed, they're not a healer, they don't have gifts, they don't have healing abilities. You wanted them to feel like they were slow, like they lacked common sense, they were irresponsible. And this is how you wanted any suitors that were coming towards this person or wanted to come towards this person. This is how you wanted them to view this person. And the whole time, it was you behind the scenes working together with people to try to have control over this person. What else for my Pisces spirit? What else? Plenty more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we, for my Pisces? So we got the black sheep. So you could feel like this person is the black sheep. Like they're rebelling against what you want them to do. They're going against your expectations. They're defying norms. So you want this person to do what you want them to do. And this could be a Virgo. You wanted them to not have a higher level of consciousness. Like I said, you didn't want them to be aware of what you were doing. So you wanted to block off their third eye or close their third eye up so that they wouldn't be able to see or know that it was you doing this, right along with people that they work with. What else, Spirit? What else for my Pisces? So we got breaking free in the upright. So you could see that this person is still breaking free from what you've been trying to do. They're freed from any bondage, mind, body, and soul. And we got reading up in a reverse. So like I said, if you're now trying to release control, you could now not want to do the research on this person or lurk on this person. Maybe you feel like you know everything there is to know. Then we got spiritual awakening. So you could feel like this person has already awakened spiritually. So there is pretty much nothing to really research because they're healing, they're awakened. They're not doing any of this that you say that they're doing. So if you thought that they were partying, you could have been spying on this person, just realizing that they were focused on their work, committed to what they were working on, and you thought that by you lying, they would get bad news and worldly affairs. By you working with their boss or someone that they work around, you could control their money so that they would be viewed as irresponsible. But like I said, they already spiritually awakened and they see everything that you're doing as well as who you've been working with. So we got everything I touched turn into gold in a reverse. So you wanted everything they touched to turn into shit, pretty much. You didn't want shit to work out for this person. You wanted everything to just go down the drain. Seem like they were just putting in hard work for no reason. Because this is someone that could cut through the BS. They're a truth teller, head over heart, confident and analytical. And all you wanted was passion with this person. So this could have been someone that you were lusting over. And like I said, because they didn't want to be involved in your relationship or have an open relationship with you, they refuse to be a side piece or a sneaky link, a hidden lever. So you try to retaliate by attacking them in every area that you could, just to have control over them and their life. What else for my Pisces? So we got budgeting in the upright. So this Capricorn that you were working with, you could have tried to get this Capricorn to try to catch this person up in something. Maybe you were doing something at their job or trying to get this Capricorn to orchestrate something to where as though you could get this Capricorn to fire this person. So you could have been trying to do some spell work so that they will be off their game or do something to where this Capricorn could catch them and say that they weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing. You could have also wanted to do something to this person's car as well, so that they would have car issues. So you could have been trying to get this Capricorn to have control over this person's finances. You wanted them to be stingy towards this person. So like I said, if this is their boss, you wanted them to pay this person very little, so that they will always have issues that they can't take care of. Then we got justice in a reverse. So yeah, you were doing a lot of injustice with this Capricorn and this Sagittarius towards this Virgo, trying to make them have bad karma or force bad karma onto them. And you could have done this by lying, like I said. So there was a lot of corruption that you, this Capricorn, and this Sagittarius was doing to cause this person problems. So you could be trying to avoid taking accountability for doing this as well. Now, there could be a Libra, a part of the justice system, that could have been allowing you to do something towards this person as well. So they could have been being corrupt or allowing you to be corrupt as well. And we got defeat in a reverse. So if this Libra, a part of the justice system, started getting karma for allowing you to do this to this person, they can now want to come to a peaceful resolution. Or you could be wanting to move on, or you could be being told that you need to find a solution to move on, compromise, a way to compromise. Maybe they could be telling you that you need to communicate with this person and end the conflict. It's hot. Any more spirit for my Pisces? For my Pisces spirit, any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we? Then we got pain in the reverse. So yeah, because this person isn't staying stuck, they could be releasing pain, overcoming depression, being positive and optimistic. You can now want to end the conflict because you see that nothing you are doing is putting this person or keeping this person in low vibing energy, or they're just not going to go back. They're not going to move backwards for you, Pisces. Like, they don't want to go back to you. They don't want to revisit the past with you, no matter what you try to do to have control over them in their life. So now you could be wanting forgiveness because you see that this person, they just want to move on. They don't want any problems with you. They wouldn't have a problem with you if you weren't attacking them. Maybe you were attacking them because you thought that they were attacking you, or you thought that they were the reason why you were going through bad karma. Like I said, you could have thought that this person was preying on your downfall, because something could have happened to where things weren't looking so good for you, and you could have thought that this person was attacking you. So in return, you could have started attacking them. But you could be realizing that they keep coming out of everything that you're throwing out at them. So you could be realizing that this person didn't attack you. They weren't attacking you because they keep getting good luck. They keep getting lucky breaks. So now you could be wanting this forgiveness. And we got apathy in the upright. So yeah, like I said, you wanted this person to get rejected from offers. And now you could be in regret because they rejected your offer. So you could be upset because you missed the opportunity with this person by trying to cause them pain, by trying to stagnate them, make them preoccupied with negative things, make them depressed. You wanted them bored with life, bored with the options that was coming towards them, all because they rejected you. Maybe you wanted them to be in regret for rejecting you, feeling like they missed the opportunity, and because they weren't heartbroken, or they didn't stay heartbroken and stagnant after they walked away from you, you took that to heart. So you could have broken this person's heart on purpose to see if they would be in their head and stay stuck on you. And we got friendship in the upright. So you could just want to be friends with this person now. So now that you see that this person isn't willing to be a side piece, be a hidden lover, you can now want to offer this person a friendship because you want to be able to celebrate with this person, reunite with them, be able to socialize with them, invite them to gatherings just to have them around. Wow. And then we got foresight in the upright. So yeah, you could now want to be this person's friend because you see that they had foresight all along. Like I said, this person knows what you were doing the whole time. They know that you were trying to block them from traveling. They know that you were trying to block a divine union that they have with someone. You didn't want this person to be confident. You didn't want them to believe in themselves, believe that they will have a bright future, believe that they could ever be freed from your control. So you wanted them to feel like success just wasn't possible if they weren't with you. You knew that they would be satisfied elsewhere with someone else. You knew that because they're a hard worker, they would get reward for their hard work. And they would be able to make plans for their future. You could have also tried to stop their movement. So you could have been working with this Libra in the justice system to try to stop this person from moving out of the country as well. So you could have known that this person wanted to move. out of the country and you wanted to keep them in the U.S. just so that you will always be able to have this control, be able to send someone to stalk them. I'm telling you. Then we got fulfillment in the upright. So you felt like if you were able to do this, if you were able to block this person, that you would be fulfilled. Now, if you succeeded when it came to working with this Libra in the justice system to block this person from moving out of the country, you could be fulfilled. You could have gotten your wish fulfilled because you could have been able to block this person from moving out of the country. You could have been able to block this person from several things. So this could have made you happy. So because you were able to block them from moving out the country, you could have felt like you would get your satisfaction by keeping them in the U.S. Like eventually they would come back to you. So as long as you could keep them in the U.S., you felt like eventually you blocking them from everything else, you would have a chance they will want to come back to you. And you were very confident about this. So you wanted to be able to be with this person when they reach success, because you knew that they were very abundant. You knew that they were very prosperous. You knew that they were very creative. Now, this could be someone that brought you a lot of happiness as well, Pisces. And you could have also felt like your dreams would have been fulfilled if this person would just come back to you. Then we got the Page of Swords in a reverse. So you could be disappointed because you could know that this person is about to get a wish fulfillment, a lucky break. So you know that they could be getting some sort of good fortune and you could feel like they're going to be able to make this move. So you could have a lack of ideas right now, a lack of plans. You could be very defensive because you're disappointed and you trying to have so much control over this person just for them to still break free from your control. When all you wanted to do is be a player when you was with this person. You didn't want to treat them right, Pisces. You just wanted to be able to play with this person. What else for my Pisces spirit? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me for a week? So we got misunderstood in a reverse. So you could be feeling like this person will understand why you did all of this. So you could be trying to come off like you did all of this for good reason or to save this person from making a certain choice or a certain decision. You could be trying to make it seem like if they made a certain choice that they would have been unfulfilled. It wouldn't have been satisfaction to them. And then we got unsent texts in the reverse. So you could be sending this person a text. Then we got dirty laundry in the reverse. So this is someone where you could have thought that you were going to have some dirty laundry on them to air, but you don't have nothing. After doing research on them, after watching them for a certain amount of time, you could have been watching them for a long time just to get some dirty laundry on them, and there's no dirty laundry to air. Then we got inner turmoil in the reverse as well. You could see that they're not in a crisis, or they're not spiraling on the inside how you wanted them to be. We got sober life in a reverse, so you could not be living a sober life. You could like to indulge in addictions. So you could be distracted by these addictions, because like I said, you could like to party. And we got spilled tea in a reverse as well. So like I said, you thought you were going to have something to talk about, but there's no tea to spill. So now you don't want to throw shade no more, because you ain't got nothing on this person to be able to talk about. Anything that you would talk about would be straight lies. What you have been doing, because you haven't been able to find anything on this person. Any more, Spirit? And we got backstab. So yeah, this is somebody you backstab, Pisces. Trust was offered and loyalty was assumed, but beneath the surface, betrayal has been brewing. So yeah, you've been backstabbing this person ever since they walked away from you. All because you never wanted this person to be able to release you. So you've been doing nothing but backstabbing them. Shaking my head. Any additional messages for this Pisces reading? So we got 5-7. So someone could be 5-7, either you or them. Then we got buffet vibes. So you could have recently went to a buffet. Then we got sees you and no one else. So you wanted this person to be able to see you and no one else. You wanted this person to only have you as an option. Then we got kicked you out. This could be someone that kicked you out, or you could have got kicked out of a home. Then we got 1 week. So I don't know. In 1 week, you could be getting kicked out of a home. Then we got sex toys. You could be getting kicked out because you could have been doing something with sex toys. Or I don't know. Maybe you're getting into the business of selling sex toys. You could be starting this business in about a week. Maybe you feel like this will give you a lucky break. So maybe this is what you're focusing on. And that's why you could no longer be one to research this person or spy on this person, have control over this person, because things could be going well for you when it comes to this business. Then we got musician Or you could be a musician, or you could do a lot of different things. And you could work with artists as well if you're not a musician. And we got belongs to the devil. So you could belong to the devil, or you felt like this person belonged to the devil. Now, if you're in the music industry, you could have sold your soul to be able to get into the music industry. Your favorite color could be the color purple, or you could be wearing the color purple. Then we have Sasha. Someone's name could be Sasha. Then we have a maid. You could be a maid, or you could clean for a living as well. Or you could have a cleaning business. And then we got spiritual warfare. So yeah, you was definitely raging spiritual warfare on someone. But yeah, that was your reading, Pisces. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Anybody want... What? I just did. But anyways, anybody want a personal reading, have any questions, would like to have a vent session, or would like to donate, that information on how to is in the description below this video. If you don't see it yet, once the video process, you will be able to see that information. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good rest of the night. Deuces, your means. I holla.